Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, 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 1, 2, 3, testing. So I'm using a television monitor to tell me whether or not the video is fuzzy, because I had a lot of fuzzy videos, and the camera is awesome at focusing, but I have to be able to see the little view screen, which is in the back, and I'm in the bathroom, and it's in the mirror, and it's really small and really far away. And by the time all that has happened, it's out of focus, even though I can actually see it. So this time I have a TV monitor. Unfortunately, it's like down below. So every time I'm looking down, I'm actually checking to see if the video is in focus and to see if I'm seeing what you're seeing. So anyway, what's different about my hair is I took out, well, I didn't take them out. They came out by themselves. I had the mini twist bangs in front, and they literally started to unravel. They were in for, I think I put them in on the 11th, today's the 16th. I took them out yesterday because they're all dry now, and I put little comb coils in. But yesterday when I took them out, the bangs had been in for a few days before the rest of my hair, so I think they had been in for 9 days. 8 days. 8 days. I think it was 8 days. So it was less than 2 weeks, a little more than a week, and literally they were a twist out because they had all unraveled by themselves. And it was probably because the bangs get, more manipulation than any other part of my hair, but still. So I just took them out. I didn't even wash it or detangled it. I just kind of finger detangled or pulled apart whatever knots I could. I didn't even brush it. I only used my fingers to do this. So I put those in. And I pinned down the roots, kind of like you would do locks, because when I did these, I always had problems with them being really frizzy. And then the back is an entirely different story. So those untwisted all around the edges as well. So in the middle of this, it's still, I guess I could take it down. My little puff. Look, I can make a puff. My sock, because it's a sock bun. It's a little tiny sock too. Like, really what I found worked best, and I don't have it in my drawer right now, it's just a black scrunchie. If you have a black scrunchie, use that if your hair is really short and it barely makes a high pony, because mine's all in there, but just barely. Okay, so I took down all the sides. I guess I could do like a texture shot. That's with my, what do I call that stuff? Flaxseed gel in it. But I took down this whole part around the edges because it was a frizzy mess, and also coming loose all by itself. Like, they just wouldn't stay. And I really love twist. And they're still okay in the back. Like, they're not that frizzy, and they're still in there. So, I don't know. I'm going to leave them in the back, and around the edges, I'm just going to, there you go. And anyway, around the edges, I did it in the back as well. So all of this is loose hair. It was just too frizzy and it had come apart, and I couldn't really comb it or do anything to it. And I think for the next little bit of my journey, I'm going to allow myself to brush my hair. Now, I hadn't allowed myself to brush my hair ever. Anyway, this is the smallest implement I typically use on my hair. I don't use anything smaller than that. And I definitely don't use a bristle brush. This is actually a skin brush, and it's like a baby brush, but it's wider, so it's not like a little tiny itty bitty head that'll take all day. I have allowed myself to use this to smooth my hair just for the next little bit of my journey, and that's mainly because I can't get all the hair back. It's like right on the edge of fitting back in this section, and it slips out a lot. When I twisted them, they were all of a sudden a lot shorter, and then they didn't quite reach, so I was having to bobby pin them, and I don't like putting a bobby pin on the ends of my hair. It just sounds like damage waiting to happen, especially on the really fragile ends. So, sock back on. Just gonna smooth it. I'm usually fairly gentle with my hair, but I'm also trying to be ultra gentle with it. Like, the idea is I want to treat it like old fabric that I'm trying to preserve. So I'm just trying to be more slow and deliberate and gentle when I'm handling my hair. Okay, that's all back in there. But as you can see, it fits in there fairly well, and it's fairly slicked down, and that's all good stuff. So I'm going to leave it like this for the next little bit until the comb coils look all crazy. And I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I'm going to try to leave the middle section in twist because I found it debulks my hair a lot. So my hair is less thick and easier to put in little twists and buns and braids and all sorts of things when it's in these twists. So I like that a lot, and I'm not ready to give it up. But I think that really the mini twists are going to have to wait for longer hair, since I do tend to wear my hair up a lot. Oh, sorry about that. The camera died abruptly. What was I saying? I'm not going to do the mini twist again for a while, or any twist where I want to keep it long term until it's a little bit longer, since I wear my hair up most of the time, or back. I can't wait until I can make a low pony. That's like 4 or 5 inches of hair away. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.